Shalom, everybody. On Wednesday, May 9th and Thursday, May 10th, we will celebrate the festival of Lag BaOmer. Very strange sounding name for a festival. It is, in a way, a minor festival. It represents the first 33 days of the counting of the Omer, because we count 49 days until Shavuot, to give meaning to the idea of the liberation from Egypt and connecting it to the giving of the Torah. That there's no point in being liberated if you don't give yourself over to the service of God. So what's so special about the 33rd day of the Omer? Well, according to tradition, during this period, 24,000 students of Rabbi Akiva died because they didn't respect one another. And on Lag BaOmer, according to some opinions, they ceased dying. So it became a festival. We mourn for the first 33 days, or for some group of 33 days during this period, and on the 33rd day, we celebrate. But not everybody agrees that they stopped dying on the 33rd day, and nevertheless, we celebrate it. And one of the reasons that we celebrate it is because, according to tradition, many thousands of years ago, after the destruction of the Second Temple, there was a sage by the name of Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai. He was one of those 24,000 students and one of 5 that survived. And he and his son, Elazar, believed in the philosophy of his rabbi, Rabbi Akiva. And he was very anti-Roman, and he said many nasty things about the Roman Empire. And he had to hide in a cave for 13 years. According to tradition, he lived on a carob tree, on the fruit of a carob tree, and that's why we eat this buxer on Lag BaOmer. When he came out of the cave after 13 years of intensive study, he couldn't understand the world anymore because he'd become so sanctified and so mystical. And he looked in the fields and he saw a farmer working the fields, and he says, "This is what the Jewish people are doing now, working the fields instead of studying Torah." He looked at them and they burnt up into a flame. A voice came out from heaven and said, "This is what I saved you for? Go back into the cave." And they went back into the cave for another 12 months, and then they came out, and I guess they decompressed and were able to join the world again. According to tradition, Rabbi Shimon bar Yochai composed the Kabbalah, the book of splendor, Zohar, that everybody is raging about today. And according to tradition, he died on Lag BaOmer. And that's why this day is a joyous day in the Jewish calendar, because he decreed, "Don't mourn for me, celebrate for me." So all over the world, they build bonfires and little boys get their first haircuts. And we celebrate Lag BaOmer in memory of Shimon bar Yochai.